What the heck is crapping, guys? Bearded Storyteller here. I'm in pretty desperate need for a haircut, I would say. I'm about 6 car payments past due of a haircut. But anyway, got some cool updates on the Suburban, so without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into some of that now. If any of y'all been watching, you'll know I got the 35s put on the Bourbon, changed out the tires. I don't know if there's many people that actually keep up with this. But anyway, we got some 35s on here. They're pretty beefy too, I gotta say. Got quite a bit of meat on here. I got these on a Facebook marketplace for 400 bucks. Got some new LED fog lights put on here because the other ones are broke and missing and just a bunch of crap. So anyway, I got those put on there. You know, got them beefy beefs on there, man. Check it out. I got a light up on top because I do security work. So anyway, I'm gonna change out these rims eventually. These are just what I'm rocking for right now. But anyway, these tires really don't look that much bigger than the factory originals. You know, you put the original up and it's, you know, it's a little bit of difference, but it almost looks stock, and it really didn't raise the vehicle that much. What else we got? I got some new seats put in here. Well, they're actually junkyard seats, but anyway, don't hate on me too much, guys. I literally just got these put in yesterday, and because the leather seats that were in here were all tore up. I'm telling you, they were all tore up. So I got these from a junkyard. All of these seats cost me 120 bucks. So I gotta take them and go get them shampooed. You know, they're a little nasty right now, especially that seat belt right there. Gotta get that cleaned up and whatnot. And but they are a lot better than the other seats that were in here. So this one here, I'm actually quite surprised. There's no rips in it whatsoever. The bolster is just a little bit wore out right here. Luckily my manager does upholstery, so he said that he could fill this in with some foam and get it back cleaned up, you know, looking about like this side here, you know, raise it up a little bit because this is a little flat. This from people, you know, sliding in and out and stuff. These seats came out of a 2004 GMC Yukon, and you know, they need a little bit of love, you know, but 120 bucks, and they're not ripped up. I mean, they got a couple of stains and like you know, some little cigarette burns and whatnot. You know, not too bad though. They're a whole lot better than the other seats that were in here. As a matter of fact, let's go take a gander over here, check out the old seats real quick, because I believe they're still in here. Yeah, hello cat, how are you? Anyway guys, alright, so here's our old seats right here, and well, you can't see because there's trash on top of them, but anyway, the old seats were destroyed completely. Yeah, you can't see, but anyway, the other seats were ate down pretty much to the bare metal. The passenger front seat looked like a dog got a hold of it and chewed it all up. Driver's side seat was ate all the way down to the metal. But anyway, of course, you know, we got these two windows here replaced. I got the passenger side front mirror replaced, and I was able to get one that color matched, which is really cool. So if you remember before, I had tape and a zip tie holding the old one on, so I got that replaced. Looking pretty good, you know, cracked up and stuff, so pretty excited about that. Got some new floor mats in here, which, I mean, truth be told, this carpet needs to be replaced like bad, and I'm planning on doing that. This is just kind of a band-aid for right now. Got a little steering wheel cover put in here, no big deal. I replaced this because the old one was broke. The latch was broke on the old one. You can see we already got it full of junk, so that's good. And but yeah, this one here is pretty good as well. No tears on this one. There is a little cigarette, what looks like a cigarette burn right there, you know, a little cigarette burn there, you know, just a little stuff like that. Surprisingly, they don't smell like cigarettes, which is odd, but Anyway, so I got that done. What else? The pillar up here kept on falling down, so I just put a screw through it, because I tried looking all the way from here to North America to find a new little A-pillar trim piece. Couldn't find it, so I just put a self-tapper through it, and it's just barely into the foam right here. It's a real short little screw, so it doesn't actually go into the metal of the roof itself. But anyway, back here I have this dash bezel right here, which isn't all busted up. Does need to be, repainted and stuff, but I'm not really too worried about it right now, which we're going to be replacing that one with. And back here in the back, you'll see that long piece of plastic, and that's to replace the top of the dash here, which I'm going to be doing that today. Oh, I forgot to mention, I got some new grill guards, which these need to be cleaned up still a little bit, which I'm going to give these things some love as well. Just got to find some paint that kind of matches. Repaint those and they should be good to go. But I got new grill guards for both sides. Now we'll go around. I still got to get this fixed, this window here. I haven't gotten the regulator replaced yet, but working on that. So up here you'll see my dingy hat. Don't worry about that. But you'll see our dash is just all busted up. I mean, just all over the place. I mean, we got, crack in this right here and just tape holding it, and it's just basically like a second gen Dodge. Yep. So right now, first thing I'm gonna do, oh, good grief. All right, you might be able to actually see the blue lights, maybe. No? Oh yeah, I forgot, I gotta, there we go. Yeah, you couldn't see it in the last video, but I got some blue dash lights installed in here, so that's cool. Now you can get you a little gander at that. And yep, so the first thing I'm gonna do is pop this bezel off. I gotta cut all this tape, of course, which we'll be using on our very fancy patriotic knife that I just tried to slice my brand new steering wheel cover open with. So we'll be using our Magtech knife to cut all this tape with, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I got this, got the bezel pulled off, sitting right over here in the passenger seat. I also replaced the cabin air filters up under the dashboard. That was a challenge in and of itself. The air conditioner, you'd have it on high, I mean just full blast, balls to the wall, and it just was barely blowing. I pulled that cover off the bottom down there, and I'm telling you, it was so full of leaves and dirt and debris and all that. And I tell you what, I thoroughly think that the cabin filters that were in there were the original from 2001, and nobody had replaced them, so they were absolutely disgusting. So that was not too much fun. Anyway, I got some screws I got to take out. Oh, the air conditioner blows really, really hard now, by the way. I got to take out these screws here. There's a few miscellaneous screws that I got to take out, a couple here on this side. And I got to pop this little panel off because there's some Phillips screws behind this on both sides. So once I get those screws out, I'll be right back. Oh, and also guys, I forgot to mention that you gotta pop out your AC vents. I think you gotta pop out all of them, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I know that those two have to be popped out for sure, but these aren't connected to the actual dash top itself. So anyway, you gotta pop those vents out, and then you gotta pop out your A-pillar on each side. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Over here at the passenger side now, And something I forgot to mention is that there's going to be 2 screws behind each vent on the passenger side. Screw there, screw there. My camera decided to go blurry on me, my apologies. Now of course we've got our 2 Phillips screws we got to take out as well. And you have to take out your little grab handle right here in order to get this out. You know, this is a handle that goes in there just like that. So you got to take that out. There's these little buttons up in here that you got to push on each side. May not be able to see it, but there it is right there, that little white piece you see right up here. There's one on each side. You gotta push that. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get these 2 Phillips screws out, and then I'll be right back. And guys, something I gotta say, if you're gonna be working with a lot of trim and plastic, I'm not sponsored by nobody, but this no brand PAT 6663082 trim pry tool right here. I mean, these things are handy. You can use a flathead screwdriver and, you know, mess up all your stuff, and I'm sure that that'll be okay. But if you want it to come out nice and neat and give you a little bit of an advantage as well, you got your little cushion part back here. I mean, these things are absolutely awesome to work with. And so are Stanley socket sets. I'll tell you what, I've been using Stanley for years and never had any bad luck out of them. I mean, you can't buy these at Walmart anymore, but you can still go online and buy them, and that's exactly what I did, and I absolutely love this. I use it all the time. Anyway guys, I'm fixing to switch this out right here, and then I'm going to be taking this little screw out right here and then pop this piece of trim off. I'll be right back. Well guys, unfortunately the plastic was so brittle that, I mean, it came out in pieces, like just crumbled basically. But in other news, this is what we're left with. So now we get to start the fun journey of getting all of our little stupid plastic pieces out of there and dealing with all that. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we got our new dash topper we're about to put in. As you can see here, there's no cracks in it or anything. There's a few scratches, you know, here and there. And unfortunately, you can see right here, this was likely repaired because there is a crack just right there. So it looks like it was starting to crack and they put some kind of glue or putty or something. You can see a little pretty deep scratch right there, what it looks like, or maybe the start of a crack, but to me it looks like this thing is just kind of waiting to crack, unfortunately. But and it probably will, you know, maybe a few months down the road it'll start cracking, unfortunately. But you know, it was 20 bucks, so can't really argue with that. But we got a little sensor up here. I gotta plug in right here. Got this little sensor for your lights and stuff. So anyway, let me get that plugged in. It plugs in right over there, but it's over here, so I don't know exactly how this is gonna work, but I don't know. Guess we'll just have to kind of put it in and find out. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, got it all put back together, put back in, screws in, everything. I am going to be getting a dash cover for this for sure. Everything's all buttoned up nice. Well, I guess as nice as it can be. But yeah, not too bad. Got the sensor plugged in right over there, just like I was talking about. One thing I am a little aggravated and confused about is this. Everything is snapped in nice and firm, you know, it's not going anywhere, but this is somehow I'm guessing I didn't pay too much attention whenever I seen the GMC Yukon air conditioner controls. Now the radio, that's perfect where your radio would go anyway. This vehicle did not come with a radio, so but I mean, you can still, turn your knobs just fine. Everything still works, I'm not too awful concerned about it. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I mean, it's still functional. Your air conditioner vents, you can still turn those. Everything's fine with that. Everything is snapped in as firmly as you can get it. But anyway, other than that, I guess later on I'll try to get the correct one. Probably not. But everything fits fine over here. I mean, everything looks natural, but I guess that other one over there is just a little bit different. Anyway, I ain't gonna linger on it too much, let it bother me too much. I'll get the correct one later on. They're not too awful expensive, but anyway, got everything all put back together. Quite excited about that. Everything done there. I don't know what in the world all this is. Previous owner shenanigans and whatnot. Cigarette burns, I'm guessing. I don't know. But yeah, guys, pretty excited about that, and I'll get a cover for this dash. It is a little bit dusty right now, but other than that, everything's good with it. So anyway, I'll get all this stuff thrown away, of course. But anyway, guys, that'll be it. Ooh, imagine that sun is in y'all's faces. I apologize about that. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for today. If y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, squirrel. Okay, hadn't seen one of those in a while around here. Anyway, if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, be sure you leave it down in the comment section down below. If you want to, be sure to like and subscribe. If you have anything you would like to add, also put that in the comment section down below as well. Y'all have a great day. Be careful. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.